like darkness?
Welcome back, everyone. My name is Omega Zero, and we are back here with more Dark Souls 3. Now, if you're wondering, hey Omega, why the hell are you at the Firelink Shrine? Well, since we have a large amount of souls, I was considering, going and leveling up. But then I remembered that we need to get closer to finding out, hey, can we you get the tower select key? Turns out we can't, because as you can see, I'm burning all these souls, and guess what? We're still a tiny bit away. We only need 1,500 more. But if you also remember, we got an estus shard at the end of the last episode. So what you want to do when you get an estus shard is you want to go talk to Andre.
Well, Matt, 'tis good to see ye in good health. What needs smithing this day?
And when he finishes talking, you're like, oh, hey, what do you need smithing? All you gotta do is reinforce your estus flask, but you do need an estus shard every time you do this. So, we're going to, by reinforcing your estus shard into your estus flask, you gain an extended use of your estus flask. Again, due to the point of where we are right now, we're primarily just going to focus on our health over our focus points because, well, we still cannot do anything in regards to focus points. Now, I could sell some items here of stuff I'm never going to use. Like, I'm not even really going to have the fire dagger being used because, again, I'm a poor, broke college student. And I can't do anything with any of these weapons, which would be very good for PvP, some human-like enemies, stuff like that. But you very rarely run into human-like enemies early game, I should say, other than the hollows. And even then, they're not super easy like parry and all that. So a dagger wouldn't be very useful. And plus, you don't even get like the special crit animations by having a specific item on, which I believe transforms them into the old school riposte or crit animations. I'm not entirely sure. And by the way, this took forever to load up. Whoa. Did anyone else see that? The change? Anyways, as you can see here, we're back at the foot of the high wall. So when you first get here, just head off to the left real quick. And if you go up here, this will be a large soul of a deserted corpse. And I believe if you... No, I believe it's in like New Game Plus 1 or 2. Because yeah, there's New Game cycles that you, with items that you can only get on those cycles. Which is dumb. But it's something you can deal with. Anyways, when you come down here, this gate will open, and it will release 3 random hollow hounds. What I want to do is just get rid of them right away, because they're just going to attack these hollows that do nothing, really. They absolutely do nothing. As in, they don't give you souls, and they don't do anything for you. They still attack you, and they just kind of stand there walking around. They only will do anything if you, well, guess what? Attack them. And even then, it's not really worth it because, again, I don't do anything to you. But you want to go back here. And... crap. Alright, take care of these hollow dogs first because, well, they're annoying. And they will teleport and chase you until you kill them. I'm not kidding on the teleporting part. They will teleport everywhere. Anyways, that's a Learning Skull. It's an item where if you throw it, it will have the enemies be attracted to where you threw it. For about, what, 4 or 5 seconds? Anyways, you see all these stone humps over here. But you see the one that's moving. What you want to do is you want to go up to this stone hump that's moving.
Please, grant me death. Undo my shackles. Oh. Oh, then it's true. A champion of Ash as I live and breathe. To be in your presence is a great honor. I am Yol of Londo, a pilgrim as you can see, only somehow I failed to die as was ordained. Well, perhaps my calling lies elsewhere. Say, champion of Ash, how does the idea of taking me into your service strike you? I was once a sorcerer. Surely I can be of use.
Now, this has some bearing on the story because this allows you to get a secret ending. You have to allow Yol into your service in order to get the secret ending. However, we're not going to get that ending. We will accept his service, though.
I am honored, truly. I should be dead, yet you have granted me purpose anew. I, Yol of Londo, do solemnly swear myself to you.
And with that, Yol gets teleported back to the Firelink Shrine. I should have showed off Grey Rat, but he's there now. But we'll only show him off after we complete his little side quest. Anyways, after rescuing Yol and for all the good it does help you, like I say, if you want to get that one secret ending. But I won't tell you what it is. I'll tell you that you need him, but I won't tell you how to get it. He does give with one of the things you need to do for the secret ending, it does give you a really good early game item. But again, it's really only good for PvP in my opinion, and even then it's like, oh, PvP is like, it's not something I can do right now. It is something I found enjoyable. In fact, I have a video of me doing some low level invasions. I'll probably put it up here or something. But anyways, yeah, you go here, you light that bonfire, and let's continue on forward into the Undead Settlement. Now, this is actually one of the largest areas in the game due to, like, sheer size, I suppose. I believe like there's only a few other areas in the game that rival it in terms of sheer size. I'm not sure which one it is. Anyways, you see this one of those flapping around, you strike it, and bam, you now have the ability to have a leather shield. Which allows us to... It has a different style of parry. Like this, I think it has more startup, but it's actually worse because its ending frames aren't as good. I can't remember why. I never used like the shields like this to have that type of style of parry. The only one I think I used it like once and that was it. Boop! This little hollow will drop and attack you if you aren't careful. You grab that, that's charcoal pine resin, which is, fire. And you will need to knock this down for Grey Rat's crest. Knock it down and then you should be good. Anyways, you go over here, and after dodging that hollow attack, you will come up here and grab this repair powder. Again, it's just free souls. Repair powder is pretty useless unless you're using a very, very, very specific weapon. Anyways, come down here, and bam, take care of that. There's one right here in the corner. Take care of him, or it, whatever. And there's another one on the full wall right there. Take care of it. Bop, bop. And then you can come up here and grab this safely, some more charcoal pine bundles. The pine bundles are actually stronger than the resin, but they have a shorter amount of time. And by short, I mean like really freaking short in comparison to everything else. Anyways, come over here, and if you grab that thing, this will be Loretta's bone. And let's look at it, shall we? It is a key item, I believe. Where are you? No, it's not. Old human bone with several holes bored into it. Old, discolored human bone with several holes bored into it. The woman's corpse in the Undead Settlement was found clutching this bone. Her name was Loretta. Oh well, sucks to be Grey Rat, huh? Crap. Okay, so what you want to do is that you have more of these, let's say, explosive barrels. So what I'm doing is that I'm aiming them, or trying to freehand them. Go away. I might as well just blow this one up with just by attacking it. But you want to be careful when you go here because that lady right there, the one that's praying at the fire, is annoying. And the fact that she hits very, very hard and can attack you from a distance. And that will auto track. And she builds up what you can see at the bottom is a bleed bar. You take enough damage in that bleed. If that bleed bar builds up, you take bleed damage right away. It's not something that's too annoying because it's something you can avoid and it does go down pretty quickly. In fact, I'm going to heal again because I don't trust myself. And then she also will try to do this grab attack, which allows you to go behind her and do a critical repose. Charge, bam. Defeated. They do have the chance to drop that spiky mace if you care to want it, but it does take quite a bit of, I believe, both strength and dexterity to use. Anyways, take out the rest of these hollows. And why you want to take out the hollows is because this gives you an estus shard. Or ignore them if you want. Workers' gloves, rubbish, literally useless items. Anyways, grab this, Soul of an Unknown Traveler. That's some more souls that you can work with. Therefore, you have more stuff to buy, upgrade your items, level up, whatever you want to do. It's your game, it's your choice. Grab this, that's another Ember. Always good to have more healing capabilities and the ability to extend your health. Drop down, plunge this. More trash, unfortunately. Now, if you go over here, this guy will try to attack you if you're not careful. But what you want to do is you also want to open up this door right here. But what we're first going to do, yeah, I know, we're doing a lot of running around, back and forth, all that, yada yada. Now, let's see if there's anything I can wear. I guess Deserter's trousers, because we need more armor that's better than whatever the heck we got. What you want to do is that you want to walk up here slowly, because if you're not careful, these enemies right here, these little, not gray rats, the prisoners garb, they will drop down and plunge attack you if you're not careful. And they're annoying. But they're also not too strong. They'll wail around violently trying to attack you, but they can't really do anything in terms of damage if you block it with your shield, i.e. the small leather shield, something like this. But since our leather shield isn't the strongest thing in the universe, it also kind of hurts us whenever we take damage. Now, you want to be careful while you're in here. And you're like, oh, shiny item. Yeah, but if you click on the right stick, you'll lock on to an enemy right next to it, who will attack you if you get too close. Case in point. But now you can pick this up, charcoal, pine resin. You're going to need that for a boss here later. We're not going to take on this boss in this episode, unfortunately, because it's not all interesting, and with the stats we have now being level 1, it's not the best. Anyways, pick this up. That's Warrior of Sunlight. Yeah, one of the covenants, and the one that gets memed on the most, is just right here in this random room. However, when you get rewards for it, you really can't do anything right away, because unfortunately, well, you have to wait till almost endgame in order to unlock it. Unless you do a very specific thing. Anyway, this door can only be opened on this side. And then now, you just have a bunch of these like caged enemies just kind of piled up in here. And you can just kind of like randomly click on each one. And yeah, guy with red eyes. The enemies with red eyes, I believe, are supposed to be especially powerful and very, very hostile. I say powerful, but as you can see, not that strong. And there's supposed to be like 1 or 2 more enemies you can lock onto. Here we go. Beep. 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 Take that down. And then take this down. And we're actually not No, we are. You know what? Yeah, let's keep going here. I'll take the other way and show off what's over in that direction by going right next time. Anyways, take down these enemies. Ow. And you want to be careful, because guess what? There's another one of those old ladies out there, and she will spam that little blood buildup curse at you. But we're not going to go that way right this second. We're going to go this way. And by doing so, you find this. Just another soul of an unknown traveler. I believe we can jump down here with our health. You know what? In fact, we're going to do it. I should have dodge rolled. I should have dodge rolled. Right there. I should have done it. Yeah, that's what happened, unfortunately, when you're dumb like me and you keep doing crap like that. Anyways, there's another battle axe, kind of like similar to the deep. The one we found was infused with darkness. Through sacrifice, no souls were lost. Ring of sacrifice shattered. Haha! So we didn't lose our souls, but we did lose our ember. So you can lose your ember, but you won't lose your souls, which is something that's always good. And there is a finite amount of ring of sacrifices within the game. Like there's what, like I believe at most there might be 10. I could be wrong because I know you can buy some. I know you definitely can buy some rings of sacrifice. But hold still. Yeah, so instead of going to the left, we're going to go to the right this time. And going to attempt. Haha, plunge attack work. Go up here, again, deal with this enemy. I'm not the most amazing one in the world when it comes to this game. But I do like having fun. It's just a little fun little distraction in comparison to what we always have to deal with. Now, there is a secret covenant that you can get in this game. Well, I say secret, it's just like, it's a secret how early you can get it if you don't know what you're doing. Bop, bop. So first, what you want to do, besides grabbing these, is that you, instead of going straight forward, you want to go to the right. And by going to the right, you come off to this little tiny area. You're going to be surrounded by these like little gray rat-like enemies, and they will constantly be shooting darts at you. So what you want to do, and this one will just attack you from behind. And so will that one. Crap. Heal, heal. Gosh, I hate these enemies. Early game, they're annoying because of how fast and how much damage they do. But after dealing with those two, you go up to this little point right here. And you can backstab them, despite the fact they're, like, really annoying. And you want to go down to this house right here and tail with this gray rat, because he actually will ambush you later if you aren't careful. Go up to this point right here. Some more firebombs, I believe 6. Wow. So what you want to do is, after decimating those enemies, we're going to grab this, another fading soul, not really worth it. And you're going to climb this ladder and just wail on the enemy. Defeat him, drop down here, and you're going to go to the left because you can figure this out. Now, don't attack this enemy. As you can see, there's a talking option. So what you need to do is talk to them if you want to figure out how to get this covenant early.
Another Nana disappeared.
The grunting carries a cage. He ever has his cage.
And Nana's never coming back. So come into the cage and become Nana's shade.
Yeah, this real speaking hollow does really do, and you can kill it for quite an amount of souls, I believe, like 2,000 if I'm not entirely sure. But what he's talking about is that there is a specific enemy that if you go over here, and be careful how you drop because you will take some fall damage if you aren't careful. Drop like that. Now, if you go to this enemy, it won't attack you right away. Unless you attack it, and if you do, you're locked out of getting this little covenant rare for a good portion of the game. So, you can attack this, but it will always drop down that way. So what you want to do is you want to approach this from behind and examine the cage. By examining the cage, you will get this cutscene, as long as you do not attack it first. And with that, you have unlocked an area that technically you can almost never visit due to its proportions. As you see, we're in a giant freaking cave and we can't even see where we've fallen from. But what you want to do is that you want to run all the way over here. You can ignore this guy right here first, and you can grab this. This is a War God wooden shield, which we also, I believe, don't have the strength to wield. Yeah, because it requires 12. What you want to do is talk to this man right here.
Well, what's up? This pit is for hollows, not for the likes of you sane folk. Or perhaps you are a hollow, posing as otherwise? No, no, of course you're not. That's what you mad fools always say. But we'll all be mad soon enough. And should you be undead, well, all the more so.
Beware, the shackles of the gods are fragile.
You might need this. Etch it on your heart if you feel your sanity slipping.
And bam, that's how you get one of the, I guess, more chaotic factions within the game, the Mountain Anchors.
Come here to pile up your victims, for that will form your anchor. You'll see when you go mad. They'll be your family.
Now here's the thing. Technically, you can't attack this guy because you will fight him later, but I wouldn't suggest doing that. Anyways, you can pray at the sacrificial altar. You can offer a vertebrae shackle, which for these like covenants, you do need to offer them certain items. The thing about vertebrae shackles is that you almost will never get them within the game, like at all, because that's how rare they are, and you need to do a very specific thing in order to get them. Like you need to go to, if you want to farm them without doing the whole invasion thing, because this is another invasion based covenant, what you will need to do is that you need to go to a later area, grind up those enemies, and then hopefully they'll drop it, which is the thing with for a lot of the covenant based items for people in the game who don't have internet connection, which is still dumb. I don't know why I need to do this other than them just offering deals for online connectivity. So this might actually be the point where I might not even be able to upload fighters, even though I rarely play it anymore now due to the fact I have a bunch of other games that I like to play. Bop, bop. And that one's phasing through the wall. Friggin' floor. Grab that. Or deal with it. And then once we'll get to one more bonfire. And then that'll be the end point for this video. Because like I said, this area is pretty big. So it's actually pretty hard to go through completely, but we're just gonna jump off here and we're just going to run on forward. At least heal a tiny bit though. But God, wombo combo blender. God, oh my gosh, off. Go away. Okay, so let's continue on forward. You can grab this, large soul of the desert, of course, but if you're not careful, like I wasn't, you'll be attacked by these two random hollows that wombo combo, and they have reach, so. But as long as you're careful, you should be fine. Man, I'm doing terrible on this. Maybe it's because I'm talking and having people watch me, or all of like what 4 or 5. Anyways, you got this enemy. It has more health because it has a sword, so you know it has to be hardier. But 2 backstabs, bam, done. And it does actually have the chance to drop that item. I believe it's a rare drop though, I'm not sure the percentage. Anyway, open on this door. If you try taking the top route and try opening it from the other side, i.e. this side, you won't be able to. Anyways, right up here, Kadisha's round shield. And you have that little hollow attacking us from earlier. Now, if you're not careful, you see the hollows up there? They can actively harm you by doing that, yeah. Drop down here, attack that. Oh god. Okay, now we actually have to be careful. Titanite Shard, that's what we use to upgrade our weapons. You heard that already. And what you want to do is you want to run all the way over here. And bam! Another bonfire. So we'll light this. And we'll actually rest at it because, good lord, we need some health. And we'll go do one tiny more thing. And then I'll come back here and that'll be the end of the episode. So what you want to do here is that you'll actually get access to the upper part of this area right here where these hollows will be throwing bombs at you. So slow walk. If you do, they won't actively notice you right away, which is always good in video games. So what you want to do, bam, bam, ow, bam, bam. Take out these two enemies and now you really don't have to worry about them because now they can't wombo combo you. Take out this one, and then you are given the ability to talk to this being stuck in a cage. I suggest putting your weapons away because you can always attack these guys by accident. Anyways, talk to this man within a cage.
Aha, unkindled, are we? Welcome to my abode. I am Cornix, an old pyromancer. A crow in his cage, as you see now. But here we are, an encounter for the ages. I hear the unkindled make for fine vessels. Care to learn some pyromancies from this old man?
So technically, besides Joel, this is your first step into one of the classes of magic. If you didn't pick a sorcerer, pyromancer, and all that earlier, this will be your first step into it by talking to him, Cornix. I probably spoiled his name already. Crap.
A chance
Oh well.
encounter should not be squandered. To reiterate, I am Cornix of the Great Swamp. The pleasure is mine.
And for any school of magic you want to learn, you do have to have the necessary points. Like, 2 other people or 1 other person will actively judge your stats to see if you are worthy of learning their school of magic. For the pyromancer, I believe you just have to have a combined total of 10 between intelligence and faith. I'm not entirely sure, but I do know for the other one, you have to actively have 10 magic in order to learn the school of magic from him, being purely sorceries. Anyways, you can jump. I wouldn't suggest jumping down here. But if you go down here, you see there's a big enemy over there carrying a soup bowl, basically. Go up here, Soul of an Unknown Traveler, and guess what? He will actively attack you. Anyways, deal with this hollow. Grab this. Fire Clutchring. So wait, oh crap, now we're blocked. Well, not really. Anyways, Fire Clutchring. You do more fire damage, but you take more damage overall. So we are going to deal with him. Jump down here. And we're going to go to this hole in the wall leading to a sewer-like area. You'll deal with the dog right here right away. Descend down this ladder. And then we will go through here. This allows us to deal with giant freaking rats. Good lord. The population here must be scared out of their mind. And you pick that up, that's a cestus, which is another fist-based weapon, like one of what? 2 technically. I'm throwing bombs because there is an enemy over there, as you can see. Bomb. 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 That's a giant freaking rat. But since we were throwing bombs at it, it drops its item, the Blood Bite Ring. Which is an okay ring. It just increases your resistance to blood buildup, which in of itself is not bad, but it's also not the best item in the world either. Anyways, you can only open this door from this side, and as you can see, we're back on this other side from where we were earlier in the episode. Anyways, light this bonfire. I don't think we need a rest because we don't need heals, but if you go a little bit forward, if you're embered, you're invaded by the mad dark spirit Holy Knight Hodrick. And he's right over there. Now, Hodrick is an interesting enemy. He is one of the few NPC-based invasions. But if you pick that item, the young white birch branch, and if you run over here, as you can see, there's a bunch of javelins all over this area. However, if you just run over here and just deal with the enemies, it just kind of like, you know, dodge roll around. Ah, you see. Let's see. You gonna attack me? Come on, attack me. Show it off. Haha! Javelins will fall down from the sky. However, if you do not have the young white birch branch, the javelins will actively target you until you do a little side quest in a sense. Anyways, again, they will actively target the enemies. See? Screw off, a hollow. Anyways, we're going to try to get Hodrick over here because it's a dumb little thing you can get him to do. Hey, Hodrick, come over here. Come over here, Hodrick. Come on, Hodrick. Yeah, you do have to bait the NPC here a little because it won't actively come over you. And as you can see, Hodrick has a lot of health. What you want to do is that you want to run over to this little cliffside part right here, and you're going to want to jump and perfectly time it. Because guess the little funny thing, guess what Hodrick's gonna do? Hey, what are you doing? Come on. You can jump. Come on, Hodrick. Did he? Come on. Can I bait him even further? Come on. He's actively going to dodge them, huh? That's actually kind of funny because there used to be a little thing he could do here that would get him to charge at you. Oh, he's becoming a paragod. Come on, fall off the cliff. Yeah, the thing I'm trying to get. Yeah, that's one of the ways to get a vertebrae shackle, because Hodrick will actively invade you at some cases to deal with some enemies. Anyways, let's go around and grab some of the items. Young white birch, young white branch. And just get an ember, a fading soul, a reinforced club. Something that's kind of fun to use, but is also really niche, I suppose. Anyways, we're going to run over here, because there is another few things we can grab before we go. As you can see, there is a... there was a little hollow enemy up there, little fighter PL. And he will jump down. This will allow you to get the Cleric Outfit, all of it. The shield, the hat, the robe, the gloves, the trousers, all of it. But if you also go over here, you can grab this, Mortician's Ashes, which is something that's... They're ashes that you can give to the handmaiden, and she'll unlock new items within their shop to sell to you. But anyways, you can come in here and deal with this enemy. Another basic enemy. Oh, what the... Ow. I think it hit me. Haha. Even though we kind of, clashed at the end there. What you want to do when you go over here to deal with an enemy, you want to go over here, jump! Right at the right spot, and then you can grab this, a great size. It's a dexterity-based weapon, not one I've ever used, because you have to aim it pretty tightly in order to get its critical, riposte animation. But we're not going to do that, because in all honesty, it's a bit too hard. Well, I'm lying. Anyways, if you come over here, you can open this door, and bam, we basically opened up the entire way here in the Undead Settlement. So now, you can see that tree. We aren't going to deal with that right now. We'll deal with that later in the next episode. And thus, next episode, we'll actually start back off at Firelink, because we're actually going to grab a few things. But let's head on back to the bonfire, rest, and thus we can begin our journey anew tomorrow. I thought I saw... Oh, there was something there. Ooh, fire gem! That's not something they typically drop. I think fire gem's even more rare than the raw gem that the workers and hollows can drop. By the way, I have no idea what happened to that freaking saw enemy that showed up. I think it just fell off a cliff or it got one shot, one of the two. You know what? Before we leave, we're also going to do one little thing. Go right up here. And we're going to attack this little crystal lizard. Attack the crystal lizard, you get a sharp gem. That will be used for reinforcing dexterity-based weapon. I've only done one dexterity build, and it was basically with the Lyn cosplay. So, what? But, that'll be the end of the episode, ladies and gentlemen. Next time you see me, we'll come back, level up. Actually, we won't level up, because we're going to go back to Firelink to purchase that Cower Key and get closer to our cosplay. But then, everyone, my name is Mega0, and I will catch you all later.
Like darkness?